2024 or 3310 in Elite Dangerous certainly has been the year of the ship. And this is the artist rendition we were teased with a couple of months ago now, it seems like an age, of the third ship coming to Elite Dangerous. We had us all thinking, was it going to be a new cutter or a large DBX? No, it was going to be a Mandalay, loosely based on the Mamba, as you can see from the front part of the ship. It looks like no other ship in game and had people thinking, my god, what has FDEV been smoking? Whatever it is, give them some more. The Mandalay is going to be an exploration ship. Frontier went out and said they did combat, they did hauling, exploration is now time for that. Well, on Frontier Unlocked we started to see the work in progress, kind of low res renders of the ship and a bit of a fly around. As a result of this, we're able to reveal some details that have also been revealed in stream. The important thing being for me, hardpoints. The ship has 4 medium hardpoints and 2 small hardpoints, totaling, you guessed it, 6. Those are the astute amongst us. There are 2 on the aft section in the centre, 2 under the wings close to the body, and the other 2 at either side of the cockpit, just set back a little bit slightly. So, they do say that they are aware that explorers sometimes worried about getting attacked and ganked on the way back to the bubble from being out into the black, so they wanted to make sure people were okay in being attacked and that this ship could defend itself. Moving on now to optional internals. Well, for the optional internals we have 3 size 1 slots. We also then have 1 size 2. We have 2 size 3 slots. 2 size 4, 1 size 5, and for that big honking Explorer fuel scoop, a size 6. That really does put it on par with what you can do with the Asp Explorer. So feel safe, commanders, rest easy in your beds when you go fuel scooping, you'll be able to do it really quickly. But also that class 5 slot also means you can slap in a Guardian FSD booster for even more jump range. Stick in a class 4 shield and then also an SRV hanger class 4. It does leave you a few other slots to get busy. Now what about core internals, I hear you say? Well, don't worry because core internals seem to be quite good. It's a class 4 life support however, but everything else is class 5, which is pretty cool. Frontier do say this is very similar to the loadout for the Asp Explorer, another fantastic ship with the word Explorer in its name no less. However, that's with the exception of the power distributor on the Mandalay, which is 1 size bigger. Frontier do state there is no room for a fighter bay because the ship is just too small. However, there's going to be room for SRVs. And for those of you who love to travel with fellow commanders, rest assured the Mandalay is a 2-seater exploration craft. So you can trolley around your friends, or perhaps use it as an evac ship if there's just the 2 of you. Whatever you want to do, it's nice to know that you're not going to be alone in the Mandalay exploration ship, no matter what you use it for. One thing to mention that this is a very nimble ship, and a decent amount of hard points as well when it comes down to it. But if you don't want combat, then it's rest assured, then it is going to be quite quick to outmaneuver opponents. Long enough, they say, for you to get your FSD spun up so you can get out of dodge, which is quite good. That's kind of what I'd be expecting, to be perfectly honest with you, of a ship like this with lovely engines that angle towards the ground when you're taking off and when you're landing, which I think is a fantastic option and a great way to set this ship totally apart from some of the other ones. Everyone was also complaining, well, can I see the ground through the cockpit? And as you can see, yes, you can. There's a small window by where your feet are, so you'll be able to use it really well for exploration or aiding with those landings when coming into a space station, for example, and you're having difficulty judging the distance of landing this Mandalay. Lots of questions have also emerged about whether or not it'll fit on a medium pad. This is indeed a medium ship, and Frontier said it will just squeak in, and the wings are pretty close to the edge of a medium pad, but it will fit, so no worries there. And then the SCO. Now it's an exploration ship, right? Frontier did say that the Mandalay, out of all the new ships we've had so far, this now being the third out of the 4 we told that we were going to get in 2024, is the slowest in Super Cruise Overcharge, or Super Cruise Overdrive, or SCO. Let's just call it SCO. But it does have the best fuel economy, which really is what you want for an exploration ship. You don't want to be burning through all your fuel when you're out in the black and you're wondering where the next scoopable star is going to be. They want this so commanders and explorers are less worried about fuel consumption. What they did say as well, though, out of all the ships, this is the smoothest ride in SCO that you're going to get. And they do say that even though out of the previous ships that have emerged this year, even though it is the slower, it can go further, which is, as they say, and I quote, ideal for reaching those distant Earth-like worlds that you would love to scan. Okay, so I have said it's a very nimble ship. It's typically an explorer ship, and it's going to outperform all other ships, they say, on jump range, which is something to behold when you think about it. They do say it will beat the Anaconda in jump range and is a good medium between small and large ships, and that's what they call a medium ship, everybody, you know what I mean? So it's great. We've been through, where does it sit with other exploration options? Well, we've mentioned the Diamondback Explorer. It's nimble. It's as nimble as the DBX, and because of that size 6 slot, it also means you can do some fuel scooping, add your Class 5 FSD booster in there as well, so I think it's going to outperform the Asp Explorer on that side of things. So what do you think of the new ship we're going to be getting in October, which is going to be the Mandalay? It's an exploration ship and it looks cool. Well, cool, I think. Out of the ships we've had so far, perhaps the coolest. I dare say some people will be taking it into Maelstroms to see the Titans. They'll be out in the black. They'll be doing all sorts of things with this ship. Rest assured, I'll be doing some builds as well. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching this more detailed dive into the Mandalay. Can't wait for this ship. Will you buy it with ARX or will you get it in game? Let me know in the comments.